All right, good morning, freshmen. This class video is for Monday, April 6th, 2020. We are in our third full week of online learning. I want to welcome you guys back. Happy Holy Week. I'm praying for you guys as we approach Easter in just a few short days. A couple of quick things this morning I want to show you in this video with regard to technology. Again, your daily task is to check bulletin board to see my daily announcement. Okay, so if you haven't been checking that or you don't know where to look for that, it's really easy. So when you log into Blackbaud, you're going to see my day, classes, groups, resources. Find my class. This is my faculty page, so yours won't look like this, but find my class, whatever that looks like in here. Click on it. So I'll just say this and move over to bulletin board. Under bulletin board, you're going to find the daily announcement for class. So please check that. You're not going to know what's going on with regard to class if you're not checking there each day. I also post daily directions into Google Classroom. If you've been checking there, just for the sake of those people who are still looking in Classroom. Again, I still use Classroom to post and turn in assignments since I think it's a little bit easier and a little bit more user-friendly. But again, I want to remind you, for those people who say, I don't really know where to find things, this is where you should be looking each day. Bulletin board, announcements. Let me know if you have a question on that. Okay, so overview of the week. This week, the short few days that we have, we're going to talk about what does it mean to believe. What is the definition of faith? What do we mean by faith? It's a term that's really thrown out there a lot. What does it mean when we use the word faith as Catholics? That's kind of the question that I'm going to be answering for you guys. Tomorrow, you guys are going to have a quiz on the Voyage of the Dawn Treader, which is chapters 11 and 12. Again, on Thursday, I gave this assignment to you guys for homework. So hopefully you've read through that. Again, tomorrow's quiz, chapters 11 and 12 of Voyage of the Dawn Treader. It will be taken through Blackbaud. It will be available tomorrow. After tomorrow's quiz as well, you'll have an assignment to do by Wednesday by 4 p.m. Remember, no exceptions of late work. And last, no class Thursday or Friday of this week. So we're just having class Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of this week. No class Thursday or Friday. And really enjoy your Easter holidays next week. So let's back up just a moment. The end of last week, you guys answered a discussion post trying to prove something obvious. And a lot of you guys tried to prove things like the grass is green or the sky is blue, that gravity is real, that fire is hot, those sorts of things. If I'm a skeptic, I can question absolutely everything, even the most certain things like gravity is real or grass is green. To be a skeptic is not a good thing because it's to be resistant to the faith. It's important to ask good questions. This is kind of a review of last week. It's important to ask good questions, but it's important also to remember that faith is beyond kind of these questions. Ask good questions, but allow it to lead you to faith, to honestly seek out the answers. And when you find the answers, to believe those answers. It's not a good thing to just question absolutely everything, even the most obvious things, even when there's a good answer given, to never accept the answer. So we need to understand that faith is kind of this middle ground between being a skeptic who questions absolutely everything, but also not being someone who has blind faith, who never asks questions at all and just believes. So this leads us into, what do we mean by faith? The easiest way of kind of understanding this is this graphic below here, because faith has to do with the head as well as the heart, meaning like your mind, which you can kind of know intellectually. A lot of what we do in theology has to do with that piece, but it also is kind of a heart thing. Faith is first and foremost a supernatural gift of God that leads to head knowledge as well as heart knowledge. Okay, so first and foremost, we have to understand that faith first is a gift, meaning we can't have faith on our own. Faith is something that's given to us. It's a grace given to us by God, and it leads us to knowing, again, on a school level or an intellectual level, and also on a personal level, what God has revealed to us. It's also a gift that leads us to trust, okay? It leads us into a relationship. It leads us to seeing God as a friend, someone who is trustworthy. It leads us to knowledge again, and it also leads us to trust. And then the goal of faith is to lead us to what I call assurance. Now, assurance is not the same thing as certainty. It's okay to trying to have faith and be a person of faith, who has doubts and who struggles and who has questions. But the goal of faith is not to give us certainty, but rather assurance. And assurance is what I call confidence in a trustworthy promise. Okay, so to be confident in the fact that God has revealed himself, that I have responded to God, and now I have confidence in the promises that he has made to me out of love. Um, that's a little bit about faith, what we mean by the word faith. Again, it's a gift of God, leads us to knowledge as well as trust, and the goal of faith is to bring us to confidence in the promises that have been made by God to us, because again, God is a trustworthy person. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys for today. Again, be checking these posts tomorrow. Again, that quiz on chapters 11 through 12 of the Dawn Treader is due. So again, make sure it was assigned last Thursday. Make sure it is read before tomorrow. Otherwise, you're not going to be prepared for the quiz tomorrow. So that's all I have. I'm praying for you guys as we begin Holy Week this week, and I will see you guys tomorrow.